One thing for sure is that the soul is devoted to your human expression on this planet. So it's a lot for a soul, which is tremendously expansive, endlessly expansive. It's a lot for it to kind of jam itself into a tiny little physical body. It has to have a really valuable purpose in order to decide to do that. It needs to be inspired with the lifetime that it decides to come into in the context of this culture and this family and these circumstances and this time in history. And of course, as human beings, we often, most of the time, lose touch with the soul. And this question of devotion, I used to call my meditation practice my date with the beloved, with capital B, beloved. It's time to listen in a way that I wasn't often able to in the midst of the responsibilities of daily life. And I'm sure that any of us who had a date with a small b beloved would be there with bells on our toes and get ourselves all set to really be present with that person and to delve into that experience that we're having with them. And I'm sure many of you do have the experience of devotion to whether it be your partner or a child or the work that you do. So we all know what devotion is and we all express it in our own lives. And yet it's not something I don't feel that you can really practice for. It's not something that you can give someone. It's not something you can just suddenly decide to be devoted to your soul. So I'm at a bit of a loss for how to encourage you to develop that, except to maybe speak a little bit about my experience, which is that when I did have the grace of those glimpses of soul, it lit something in me that did enhance the devotion and the knowing of how precious an ongoing connection could be. And so it's almost like life teaches you the devotion, as you have these moments of grace, of connection with soul, and you sense the fulfillment of that and the importance of that. And then you begin to orient towards that. You want to tend to that experience. It's not like you have the experience and then just, okay, well, that was that. And now I'm just going to go back to, being enmeshed in the physical reality. And I'm sure you all know what I'm speaking about. It becomes important to tend to it. And then as we tend to it, we have more moments of opening to the beauty of soul. And that may kind of take us further along.